Hey guys, this is Herman Bock from Mr. Bock Reviews, and today is a special day because it's the first day or the first occasion when we're doing an interview on MrBockReviews.com. See, normally up to this point, what we have done is basically just I get review access from some software, I look at it, and I give my opinion about what I think, and this is what you read, this is what you obtain from me, this is what you get from me. However, today is a special occasion because actually the person who gave me the idea and gave me the instructions on how to create this very website, MrBockReviews.com, is here today in an interview. And I feel very special because I'm getting this option to do that. But that does not mean that we're not doing a proper review of this program that's being launched by him today. The name of the program, I want to just show you for a second what it is, and I want to highlight one very important phrase because that phrase encompasses everything concerning this type of software, and that's why you have to keep in mind that it's very valuable to get your hand on this software, because if you don't, you may have your business on a situation that's not the right one. So the name of the software is LetsMail, and it's a software that allows you to do internet marketing, to send emails. It's an autoresponder. But basically, this autoresponder is self-hosted. And as I said, the first phrase on this page, and I want to highlight it, is warning. If you use any multi-user third-party email platform, your online business is at risk. And that's precisely what we're going to be talking about with our guest. His name is Brett Rutecky, as you can see up here, and he's a developer of the software, and we will find out why that's the first phrase he put up there on his sales page. But I want you to also stay all the way to the end so that you see the bonuses that I'm offering you if you get LetsMail through my link below here. So let's get started and have some fun. So Mr. Rutecky, welcome to the show. So how you doing, Brett?
Hey, Herman, thanks for having me. I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me.
Thanks. Well, I was thinking about this software because I think I've looked at many of the softwares that you have produced in the past, and you have, this is, at least from my knowledge, the third one of this kind that you have created. You created a WP, our WordPress plugin called My Mail It, I think it was.
Called Mail It. I created a WordPress plugin called Mail It, then a cloud-based system called My Mail It, and now I've created a self-hosted system called LetsMail. And
exactly.
All the software that I created actually comes from necessity. A lot of times people will say to me, they'll be like, Brett, where do you get your ideas for your software? And I say it's real simple. I make software for people in the internet marketing business, and I'm also in the internet marketing business. So I create software that I need for my own business. I then use it in my business, and if it works out great, I sell it to other people, because if I need it, other people probably need it as well. Now, the reason I started making mailing software is because a couple of years ago, I actually used to use MailChimp. Do you remember MailChimp?
Yes.
Yes, I used to use them just to send out all my emails. I mean, let's just face it, if you're in the internet marketing space, you're going to need email. I mean, email is key, right? So I used to use MailChimp. And I was doing really good with MailChimp. I mean, I had a lot of people were opening my emails. They were happy. Almost nobody was marking them as spam. Everything was great. Then one day I logged into my MailChimp account and I got this notice. It was like, your account's been suspended. No explanation, no reason. They have this like automated like robot that goes through all the accounts, and that automated like software just decided that I'm suspended.
And you
don't even know why. No, that was 2014. I still don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent them an email and I was like, hey, can you tell me at least what I did wrong? Because, I was pretty new at the time. I was like, if I'm doing something wrong, I need to know. So at least tell me what I did. Yeah, they never even answered me. Okay.
This is why it's like a quest then.
Yeah, so then I started looking around for a new autoresponder software. So I found Aweber. And I went over to Aweber and I was like, can I upload my list to Aweber? They're like, sure, upload your list. And then they went through my list and they're like, okay, you can't mail to this guy. You can't mail to this guy. You can't mail to this guy. I'm like, why? They're my subscribers. They want to open my emails, and they're like, well, we don't allow those emails on our. No real explanation. We're just not going to allow them. So my list went from like 5,000 to like 3,000. I was like, crap! I just lost almost half my subs. Yeah,
whoa, like 40% almost, like.
yeah. And then I was using them for a while, and all of a sudden, all my emails started going to spam. So I'm like, I messaged them, and it was the same thing. I was like, hey guys, what am I doing wrong? Please help me. I want to be a good email marketer. What am I doing wrong? Why are my emails going to spam? And they sent me a message back and said, oh, it's not you. Don't worry about it. One of our IP addresses got blacklisted, and we're working on it. And the problem was that somebody else was using Aweber and sending spam, got their IP address blacklisted. So now my emails were going to spam too.
Okay, because it's a common
thing. Because it's a multi-user system.
Yeah. Same.
Yes. Right. So and that's when I decided, enough of this. I was like, enough. I'm paying these companies huge amounts of money. They're telling me what I can do. They're telling me when I can email. They're blocking me for no reason at all without any explanation. And now I'm going to spam because somebody else did something wrong. So you know what? Screw that. I'm going to build my own system. I'm going to send my own emails, and I'm not going to have to worry about it. Now, I did build 2 other email platforms. LetsMail is actually my newest one. It's the most update one. And LetsMail is the software that runs on your own hosting. So just about everybody in the internet marketing space has hosting. You have a website. You have a website. Pretty much everybody has a website, right? What most people don't realize is when you buy hosting, when you buy a website, it doesn't matter if it's a $3 share package with HostGator or a $200 dedicated server, you also get the ability to send email. See, most people don't realize that. I didn't realize that at first. They provide you with the ability to send email. So what my LetsMail software does is it allows you to take advantage of that email ability that you already have. So now you can send emails from your own hosting. You don't have to worry about anybody telling you what to do. You don't have to worry about anybody shutting you off. You don't have to worry about going to spam because some other guy screwed over the system. It's your platform. You run it. You have full control.
And the other thing, you mentioned something there about, when you went to Aweber, you had to upload your list. And I know, well, you said that they said this one, yes, this one, no. You all have limits, but, in how much you can upload. If I imagine if somebody has like 10,000 or something like that or more, and they come to one of these new companies and, yeah, I have 10,000 emails I need to upload. Oh, that's not going to be easy.
See, the thing is, when you use a third party, and I'm not picking on any company. I'm not picking on MailChimp. I'm not picking anywhere. I'm just sharing my experience with them. So don't think I'm talking bad about them. But when you use any third party, whether it's Constant Contact, MailChimp, whatever, you're basically taking email marketing, which is one of the most important parts of your business, putting it in their hands and giving them full control over it. They could shut you down anytime they want. They can tell you can't email. They can tell you who would run a business and let a complete stranger have control over it. That makes no sense. yeah, that makes no sense.
You can get in, you cannot get in.
Yes. So what you really want is a system that you have control over. It's like, dang, I was paying $60 a month to Aweber to let them tell me how to run my business. Why would I do that?
And controlling your business. I'm understanding that correctly, right? They have the control. They can completely eliminate you from the whole story in a second.
Well, even worse, they can put me out of business, like MailChimp did. MailChimp, basically, I went to log in to send an email to my subscribers, and no warning, no nothing. Screen pops up that says, you're done. I'm like, holy crap, I'm out of business. I can't send emails. Basically. I'm an email marketer, and I can't send emails.
Yeah, exactly. At least that means, you were allowed to download your list, basically, from MailChimp to put it somewhere else.
The only reason I was able to, I wasn't allowed to do anything. I had already been backing up my list. If I wasn't backing up my list, I would have been totally screwed.
Oh, well, that's for everybody who's watching this. Think about that, right? Because you should make a backup of your list all the time. Because I remember, recently, I think, or I don't know exactly where, you posted a video, I think, in your group, and you said something about list building as one of the most important things for email marketing or for internet marketing. Can you say something about that?
Yeah, okay. What a lot of people don't realize, a lot of people always want to look for a traffic source, right? And that's what list building is. Follow me here. An email list is a traffic source. For example, let's just say your website right now, okay? Let's just say you wanted 1,000 people to go to your website tomorrow, right? I could do that. I can send 1,000 people to your website tomorrow. How? By sending an email, because I've got a list. When you have an email list, you have an instant traffic source. Anywhere I want people to go, any website, any sales page, any affiliate product, anywhere I want people to go, anytime I want them to go there, boom, I send an email. I send hundreds, if not thousands of people to that website instantly, right? That's why email is so important. It's an instant traffic source. The bigger your list, the bigger your traffic source. The bigger your traffic source, the more money you make. So what you should always be doing is building an email list, getting it bigger, 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 because that means more instant traffic anywhere you want. That's what makes email so important.
Yeah. Okay.
And with Lex,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. And like I said, and with a lot of these autoresponders, they can shut that off. You built that up, they can shut that off anytime they want. They can say, no more, you're done. But with LetsMail, you own the software. It runs on your server. Nobody could ever shut you off. Nobody could ever tell you what to do. You have full control over it, and you never have to worry about having problems because of somebody else.
And you have a backup of your list all the time, basically. I mean, you should do a backup of your server.
It's on your machine. It's on your hosting. It's running on your machine. It's not on somebody else's. You're not taking that and putting it in somebody else's hands. LetsMail is your software.
Yeah, that's yeah, no problem. I think that's one of the things that a lot of people do not realize. You know, they think the list building, yeah, it happens, is important, but they don't realize how important, how crucial it is to make actually everything function, because everything else, if you don't have a list, that's for instance, when we were starting, we noticed, for instance, that the big problem is not having a list. You know, you're trying to get traffic from there, you post there, and if you have no list, you get 2-3 people, and as more people and more as your list gets bigger, then you can attract more people. So definitely it makes sense, and that's the goal of LetsMail, right?
That's exactly right. Now think about this, okay? So you can go and you can pay for Facebook ads, right? And you want to say if you're paying 70 cents per click, okay? You're paying 70 cents per click to Facebook ads. If you want 1,000 visitors, that means it's going to cost you $700, right? Okay, 70 cents per click, 1,000 visitors, $700. Now let's just say you have an email list of 1,000 people, 1,000 active people on your email list. You send out one email, it costs you $0, and you get the same traffic. That email list right there is worth $700 worth of traffic right there. And that's just one time without doing anything, right? And let's just say a week from now, I want another 1,000 clicks. Well, that's another $700 in Facebook ads. With an email list, it's free. That email list is super valuable because it's a free traffic source anytime you want.
Yeah, that's the key. Well, I think it's very clear, right? And in fact, I just saw the reflection on my list. I have a book about email marketing demystified. It's exactly, yeah. So in my own reflection, yeah, because as you're learning, trying to understand everything. So I think it's clear if we think, you know, from the standpoint of a newbie, because one of the things I'm trying to do with these interviews is trying to help people who are starting. And I would presume that in these times with so many problems outside, in the real brick and mortar world, you would have more people that are newbies to internet marketing. So you would definitely say that list building would be the #1 priority they should concentrate themselves in.
Always, 100%. Listen. You know, I spend probably, I spend a decent amount of time in my internet marketing business. It's my full-time job. And probably half of my time is spent building my email list. It's that important. It's worth half of my time.
Oh, so buying ads and something and capture pages so that people come and
squeeze pages, ads, giveaways, freebies. I mean, anything you can do to build an email list. And you don't just want to, you know, I'm not saying go out and do like scummy things. Don't scrape emails and stuff like that. That doesn't work. But anything you can do to get somebody to willingly and gladly give you their email address, that's gold. That's literally money. Okay. I mean, like an email list is money. If I used to tell people this, and it sounds melodramatic, but if some government agent knocked on my door and said, "Hey, Brett, just so you know, there's a new email tax. And you got to pay 50 grand or else you're not allowed to send emails anymore. That's the email tax." I would write them a check right then. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
it's that important. Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I guess it's the point is clear. The launch starts when, you're saying?
We're going to start on August 15th, 10 a.m.
I think I read that it's 3 days, right?
Yeah, we're going to do a 3-day launch. Now, my software doesn't disappear. So it's not going to vanish at the end of the launch. You know, a lot of these people in this internet marketing space, I mean, I know I'm not going to pick on anybody, but I always call them one trick ponies because the only thing they know how to do is launch a software. And then after the launch is over, their software just vanishes because they don't know how to do anything after that, right?
Yeah.
Well, my software is not going to vanish. It is a 3-day launch. It's not going to disappear. But what is going to happen is, after the launch, I'm not going to use affiliates anymore. So I'm going to start paying for traffic. And once I start paying for traffic, I'm going to have to raise the price to compensate for that paid traffic.
Right.
So the price will be low during the 3-day launch period because I'm utilizing affiliates to send me traffic. But once that launch period's over and I move to paid traffic, then I'm going to raise the price to compensate for that cost.
So they have to take advantage during those 3 days if they want it. If they understood what it means to have a list right now from this interview, I mean, it makes sense, right?
Yeah, the best time to get it, honestly, is during those 3 days. I mean, you're welcome to pick it up a month from now if you want, but why pay more when you can pay less? You know.
Exactly, it makes sense. Well, Brett, I think I enjoyed it. Enjoyed the opportunity to, for the first time, actually interview you, and I think we'll do this again if you're okay with that. I definitely enjoyed having you here with me, and yeah, it was nice. So
Right, well,
I wish you the best with the launch, and thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. So
guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that interview because it not only gives you what the software is, LetsMail, but it gives you the background. Why a person, a programmer, a marketer like Brett Rutecky goes on a quest to develop autoresponder software. First a WordPress plugin, and then a cloud software, and now a self-hosted program. So I knew there was some background, something behind it, and I love now to understand what happened, the history behind it. But now let's talk about the bonuses, because as I said at the beginning, I have some very nice bonuses for you that you can use in stuff related to email marketing. So let's take a look at them. Let's jump onto the computer. So, well, before anything, let me mention very clearly here that Brett Rutecky himself, and this is what you're looking at here, he is giving limited time bonuses, for anybody who buys during the launch period. And I don't know if a couple of days after that, he is the one who decides on that. But all this software, that software that he created, everything here, you can get your hands on. For instance, these affiliate tracks, I find it very, very special because if you buy, or if you sell, better said, as an affiliate in JVZoo, there is absolutely no way of finding out who bought. You run a campaign, you do everything, and the person sits, buys, and you get your commission, and you know that somebody bought. But the question is, who? Well, with this software, you can get the buyer's email. Not only the seller, the owner of the software or the product that's being sold gets the buyer's email, but you who actually did all the work, you get that as well. And that's just to give you an idea of how valuable this information here is. Link Master. This is exactly what I'm using on this very page to link to my JVZoo. Why? Because it's very important to have, cloaked links in order to protect yourself from, stuff related to affiliate marketing that some people do. So, but now let's talk about my bonuses. The first bonus is from mindset to action. And I always include this bonus, I've started doing that lately, because in every aspect of internet marketing, the number one factor is the mindset. Because if you don't have the right mindset, you won't even try to do anything. You won't even start. You have to believe first that you can do it, and then you go ahead and you do it. And this training will give you very, very good tips about how to handle your mind for proper success in internet marketing. This is a cloud. This is Email List Studio. This is a cloud software membership. You can log on to this. You create an account for free, and you have the option of creating many different things. For instance, that you can include in your emails, like surveys, like questions, like specially designed buttons, like yes, no questions where you ask for a decision, or you know, if they go this way or they go that way. You can put countdown timers and stuff like that. So you get free access completely to this online cloud software. You don't have to download anything or install anything, but the information you get here, or the code you get from here, you can use it on your email campaigns in any email program, and especially LetsMail in this particular case. As you saw in the interview, you do want to increase your list. You want to doing list building all the time, you know, make your list bigger and bigger and bigger, just like Brett said. You know, this is very, very important. It's the number one thing you need to do. So having ideas about where you can get traffic from, because obviously to build your list, you need to first have traffic. He said in the interview that if you have an email list, it's like free traffic. But first you have to build that email list, and having 51 different traffic sources and ideas is what this bonus is about, giving you ideas about that. Lead generation for beginners. I don't know if you're a beginner or not, but this 5-day crash course will give you the tips, the key to build your list the right way. And I have a couple of other ones. This is the email countdown. This is just a little bit more expanded version of a countdown that you can include in your emails. You know, it's a code that you can create, and that way you can create scarcity and the FOMO, you know, the fear of missing out effect inside your emails. You know, this urgency effect. And this software you also get for free. This is a WordPress plugin that you can install on your site, and you can use it to create this countdown timers that will show actually animated inside the email itself, right? And then the last one is, okay, you have your list, it's big, and you want to generate, you want to monetize it. You know, as Brett said, your list is your source of money. So one of the keys of making actual money in internet marketing using email marketing, you know, your list building, is by inviting people to look at high ticket products. And this training has a lot of tips and ideas on how to implement that the right way. So these are the bonuses I have prepared for you. It's up to you to now go ahead and simply go to the website or go down there. I have put a lot of buttons where you just click there and go get it. It's for your own benefit, especially because even, and this is something that's very interesting and important, even if you do not use the software constantly, let's say you, oh no, I love my Aweber and I love paying every month X amount of money. But if you have this software and you have it on your server installed, and every, you know, remember in the interview, he had a backup of his list and that saved him. This way you could have you can say, okay, every week or every day or every 2 days, I'll download my list and I'll upload it to my LetsMail server. You get blocked on Aweber, or you get blocked on MailChimp or any of these cloud softwares without you know, blink of your eye. You can just go to your LetsMail and keep continuous, you know, sending your emails. You don't lose anything. You have only stuff to gain. So click on the link below and I'll see you on the other side. This is Mr. Buck signing out.